What's up, everybody? For those of you that follow my link to Instagram, you know who I am. Those of you that just stumbled across this, I am sorry. My name is Chuck. On Instagram, I go by Gore Forever. On my page, I recently, at some point, said, yeah, I'm going to start adding reviews to my page. Just do something different. I post about any labels that put news out there about new releases, sales, if I happen to come across something from Diabolic getting in stock, Grindhouse Video getting in stock, some type of sale they're having, whatever the case may be. That's what my page is about. And of course I'm posting about shit I'm watching, shit I picked up, all that kind of things. I wanted to talk about a movie I just watched, but before I do that, I apologize, I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm wearing them because I've been drinking for many hours now. This is actually the fourth time I think I'm trying to do this video. It hasn't worked out too well. If this ends up getting posted, this is the last time I'm doing this. Tonight, anyway. Cheers. Jack and Coke. It's not a big deal, but when you're doing it 5-6 hours straight, it affects you. Anyway, the Fear footage. I just checked this out. All the releases come like this little evidence bag, which is kind of cool. There are going to be some spoilers right now. If you want to see it, stop watching. Just know that I recommend it. And I'm going to show the website at the bottom, thefearfootage.com. Head over there and get yourself a copy. It's spooky, it's eerie, it's creepy. It was definitely, in my opinion, video game influenced, meaning it's a lot of handheld camera, a lot of body camera things. But the reason I say video game influence because the first thing I thought of was the old Silent Hill game. Well, I know they ended up making several of those, but I haven't played them since the first one. I'm really not a gamer anymore. I was when I was a kid. The first one came out, I was in high school. But picture that throughout this movie with first person shooter basically and flashlight. And it's really, that circle of the flashlight is really all you can see. A lot of the movie is like that. A lot of shakiness with the cameras and things like that, but not. People are comparing this with the Blair Witch Project. The Blair Witch Project was a piece of shit. It was garbage, in my opinion. The only thing that it could be compared is the fact that a lot of these things were shot with handheld cameras. That's it. I thought the Blair Witch Project was garbage. This is far better. I avoided a lot of information about this movie because people started talking about it and hyping it up. When things get hyped up, it builds you up, and the majority of the time you get disappointed. I didn't want that to happen, so I avoided it a lot. Because I avoided it, I had no idea this was an anthology film, which is fine. I enjoy anthologies. I enjoy them a lot. I just had no idea it was, because I avoided everything I could before picking this up. But it is an anthology film. Again, there might be some spoilers. There are going to be some spoilers. Not might. There are going to be spoilers. If you don't want to know about it, stop now. Move on. Turn me off. Come back later. 3 segments. First off, I'm going to read the synopsis if you're still here and you don't know what this is. On April 19th, 2016, Deputy Leo Cole of the Dark Bluff County Sheriff's Department was dispatched to 11628 Hang Manor Road. He was never seen or heard from again. This footage was recovered from his body camera. So yes, it is a found footage film. A found footage anthology film. So this cop gets a call about a house that has appeared after being torn down he gets there, walks around, doesn't see anything, decides he's going in. He walks in the door, obviously it's pitch black. Lights don't work. There's a stairwell in front of him up and one down. He goes upstairs. He announces himself, of course. Looks down a hall, sees nothing. There's a whole bunch of doors that are closed. There's a kitchen in front of him, it's all open. All of a sudden, the TV in the living room goes on. It's all static. He goes walking over there. There's a VCR sitting there with a tape sticking out that says the fear footage. So like any cop would do, we don't go look at the rest of the house. Let's pop that tape in and watch it. That made me laugh. Anyway, so he pops it in, and this is where I found out it was an anthology film, because that becomes the movie. Even with the tape popped in, it's all handheld camera things, body camera things. So the first one was about a little boy, just got a video camera, and is celebrating his birthday. Well, his next day is his birthday, but his mom gave him his present early. He's filming himself skateboarding. He's filming himself playing a video game, all very brief, so it doesn't, you're just sitting there like, what am I watching? His mom comes in to say goodnight, and right before that, the news is on and starts talking about creepy clown sightings. If you do not like clowns, you will not like this segment. Because of the way everything is shot, handheld cameras, the flashlight thing and whatnot, that's all you can really see. It was very, very effective. Anyway, this mom goes to bed, tells him to go to bed, tells him not to have any nightmares. How can you tell somebody not to have a nightmare? Shit happens. Anyway, he ends up trying to videotape like a storm that's happening. Of course, what's outside? A little creepy clown with some balloons, of course. Red. What else is new? He gets freaked out, tells his mom. His mom thinks he's full of shit. Nice mom. He goes downstairs, looking through the blinds of the back door. Doesn't see anything. Then all of a sudden, there he is. There's the creepy clown. He goes running back upstairs. He's trying to get mom up. He's just trying. Nothing's working. Anyway, I'll be here forever if I'm talking about this the whole time like this. But, of course, the creepy clown finds his way into the house. And I'll leave it there for you if you haven't seen it yet. Next segment, storm chasers. It's 3 guys going out to check out, chase tornadoes. I'm assuming tornadoes, they don't really say, but I'm assuming so. As they're heading out, they end up hitting a guy. They're on this road in the middle of nowhere. It's pitch black. They end up hitting a guy. As they're calling the cops, they run into a satanic cult. When I say run into, because if you haven't seen it, I'll just say run into. Anyway, they separate. The guy goes running through the woods. Ends up coming across a building. Looks like maybe something that was probably a building at one time, obviously, but it's all burnt out or torn down, abandoned, and all graffitied up. He's walking through the halls, satanic symbols all over the place. Keeps turning, because again, it's a body camera. That's actually an ear camera he was wearing. It was pretty cool, with a flashlight. And he keeps seeing these guys in these black cloaks, full black cloaks. 2 of them just walking at him. And maybe turning later on, there's more of them. One guy, they lost right away. There were 3 of them. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Booze. Forgive me. So there were 3 of them. One I lost right away. Second one, he runs into in this building thing. Now they're working their way to try to get out of there. You start hearing all these creepy noises. You start seeing these little satanic, not an altar, but some type of ceremony thing on the ground with blood and just all kinds of strange shit. Start hearing all these noises. And something just comes out of nowhere. It was great. A little predictable, but it was great. Anyway, another guy gone. This guy goes running out of this building, keeps seeing all these guys in these black cloaks, starts running through the woods, finds his car. Okay, he's out of there, right? Gets back to his car, turns it on, turns the headlights on. There's a couple guys in front of him, and he looks out the driver's side, and that was it. It went on from there. I won't give that away. I'm spoiling things, but I'm trying not to spoil everything. So I definitely recommend you check this movie out. Last segment was about a guy who just moved into an apartment building, and he keeps hearing noises in the woods behind his house. Apparently he used to be a drug addict, and his wife, ends up leaving him, which you don't see, but she leaves him because she believes he's back on drugs, because he's telling her he's hearing noises out of the woods in the middle of the night. So he wants to know what it is, why this is happening. Is he crazy? Asks his neighbors. Nobody's heard shit, except him, of course. So he says he posts something on some type of chat room online. Guy gives him a phone number, tells him to call him. He calls him. He finds out that in those woods behind where he lives, there was a church. I forget how many years ago it was, but in that church, of course, they had a Halloween party. So that's what we do in churches. We have Halloween parties. Does this really happen in the middle of the country? Here in New York, churches are churches. There's no Halloween parties. There's nothing going on, at least that I know of. Anyway, rambling thoughts. Ran out of booze. Sorry. He finds out that there used to be a church in those woods. There was a Halloween party, and the pastor that was there killed 12 children. Yikes. So he takes his camera, goes out into the woods during the day, says he's walking for like 2 hours, and comes across a site that looks like it's completely burned. Charred wood, the grass, everything around it looks burned. So he assumes that was probably the church. It's been burned to the ground by the people after probably what happened. So he ends up going back to his apartment. Some other things happen, I'm not going to say. But he ends up setting up his camera, try to catch the noises. He may have done that too beforehand. I'm just all over the place right now. I'm tired too. I apologize. Anyway, he set up a video camera, trying to just capture noises in the woods. Sounded like, normal tree cracking noises and whatnot, but then also sounded like children talking, laughing, doing something. Anyway, he ends up getting sick, goes to bed early, sets up his camera again, and picks up a bunch of noises. His apartment was also, his door was pushed open, sets off an alarm that he had, so he calls the cops. In the middle of calling the cops, he hears noises outside, and he thinks it's his daughter, who his wife, took away. Thinks he hears her outside. So he goes running out there. He was running out there in the middle of the night. I think it was almost 4 in the morning. It was like 3:45 or something like that. He was running into these woods, calling for her, looking for her, can't find her, but keeps hearing her. Suddenly he hears church bells. Of course his flashlight dies. Now he gets the camera with the night vision. It's going through, and of course he finds the church. Makes his way in because he thinks he hears his daughter, and he ends up finding the pastor. That's all I'm going to say. So, Fear Footage. I definitely recommend it. I think it was very well done. Video game influence for sure. It's all handheld body camera things. All very effective. Used atmosphere. Just used playing on your senses and whatnot. Of course, the end of it, you go back to the cop in the house. I'm not even going to say anything about that because I want you to see it. But I hope you enjoyed this. My rambling on for 15 minutes now. If you did, let me know. Maybe I'll keep doing this. I touched upon some things with this movie. But again, I don't want to spoil it for everybody because it did just come out. Head to thefearfootage.com. Get yourself a copy. I recommend it for sure. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. Good night.